Hello, Happy New Year. Welcome back to the podcast. With the new year comes new things, and we have decided to change our name from Bed Sleep to the Kicking It Football Podcast. I'm your host, Suspita.
I am Stewart.
Yeah, and we are coming up on halfway on the Premier League, game week 18. Well, technically half is game week 19, but we'd rather do the review now at the beginning of the year so that we know how things have worked themselves out. So in game week 17, the traditional top 6 performed as follows. Yeah, Man United versus Aston Villa. Man United won 2-1. Liverpool Southampton. Liverpool lost 1-0. Chelsea versus Man City. Chelsea lost 1-3. Arsenal West Brom. Arsenal won 4-0. Tottenham Leeds. Tottenham won 3-0. So far, halfway in the Premier League season, the table has shifted so much, but the only constant that we have had there is Liverpool and Leicester. So the top 6 as per game week 17 are Liverpool, Manchester United, Leicester, Tottenham, Man City, and Southampton.
Yes.
Yeah, so in your predictions, did you believe it will be this way?
Yes. Only the surprise package is Southampton, but I expect them to be at least in the top 10, which they are. What I can say has surprised me most of all is Liverpool's away form.
Yeah.
They've been really, I think they've only won one game away from home. They have a win percentage rate of 22% away from home. I don't know what is happening. I can't say it's the injuries because they are still winning their home games even though they have those injuries. I don't know. The fans maybe. I don't
No,
know.
it's
Psychological.
now what I see is that I think we have a very competitive league. It doesn't matter if you're good, it doesn't matter if you have been the champions. If you sleep or you don't respect your position, you shall see fire. So in the instance, Liverpool have been grinding out results, proving well, but they keep on changing their midfield. Like in the game they lost, I saw Chamberlain, I saw Henderson play as a centre back, and
It's their injuries. Injuries is causing them to put weird partnerships to back there.
but Henderson as a defensive player in the defense, I don't think that was good. But we can just go. As I don't think Liverpool being top is surprising to anybody.
I know, not really.
Yeah, they have performed well, and besides the fact that they have a lot of injuries there, at least on goal difference, a league above so far in the games that they have played to be on top. So it is quite deserved. There is no game that, let's say, they have won by luck, or you can say luck played too much, yeah, in it. But Manchester United joint top. With a misfiring Martial or a person or Martial that scores when he feels like it. What are your feelings? Title contenders?
Man United are joint top with Liverpool with a game in hand, but somehow I don't know how, don't know when. Somehow they will blunder. They will miss to go number 1. I don't know what happens. But I don't think even Man United fans expected them to be this high at this stage of the season. They expected them to do well, yes, but they have since coming out of the Champions League.
Yeah.
They've had a serious upturn in form. They are doing the work, grinding out the results.
Yeah. So the games that are after, we have Burnley, you have Liverpool, you have Fulham, Sheffield, then Arsenal, Southampton, Everton.
I believe you can win all of them.
all
Yes, all of them. Even the Liverpool one.
so title contest.
When the season is up.
This game week 19.
Yeah, is it game week 19? No, it's not game week 19.
So what difference will one match day make to the season for Manchester United?
If we win one match, we go top of the table. If we miss that one, if we don't win that one match, we remain number 2. So ask me after that one match. Or ask me after the Liverpool game, which we will win.
Yeah. And if you lose,
don't ask me.
Liverpool.
Nowadays that doesn't mean anything.
You have said Liverpool are losing away from home. At home.
Nowadays there are no fans.
But they are winning at home. Regardless.
We do not care.
In the Premier League especially.
But Man United are winning away. You see.
So it means you will win.
Or we will draw.
It's okay. So Leicester is that. Well, they are among the top dogs until the last game of the season. I believe Manchester beat them to go into the top 3. Or who are beaten? It's Chelsea who are beaten.
I don't know. I can't say Leicester is a surprise. They were in the same position last season. Even though they are not quite performing to the level, the standards they were last season, but they are still getting on this. They are still getting the results. I can't say I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm surprised they are winning, even though they are playing badly.
Well, let's say it's as if they are choosing the games to play well.
Yeah.
Because their games they are losing, you don't get it, and their games they are winning, and you're like, I didn't expect them to win. But can they go all the way, or at least can they maintain top 4? Because they are
only 1 point away from the Nini. I believe right now if you sleep even a little bit, you fall down the table very badly. I believe they can win the league. They have the potential to win the league.
They have the potential.
Yeah.
I really doubt it. I believe Brendan Rodgers is a he's a great bottler. He will bottle it.
The guy won how many trophies with Celtic.
But Celtic, it's like cheat code.
He left Celtic. Right now, Celtic can't even win a game.
Yeah. But before Brendan went, still Celtic were winning. It is the tradition of that's Irish or Scottish. Yeah, the tradition. So he came for a challenge. If he wins, that will be more surprising than if Manchester United won the league. So Tottenham in 4th. May put Tottenham in the top 4. So I'm not surprised that they are there. But the 3 games that they were being beaten, and they were beaten even by Leicester, and you don't get it. Like they are covered in all positions, yet they are.
I guess it's just one of those bad games. But I also predicted Tottenham to be title contenders. And they are not far behind.
They are, 4 off the mark.
They only need Liverpool to lose a couple of games.
And they have a game in hand, yeah?
You see?
Yeah, but everybody, it's a tight group. It's a tight knit group. Because if Arsenal in 11th is 10 away from the leaders, then it means the table is too compact. That one mess up, the structure of the table changes. So Man City, not playing well, but in 5th.
Since they started playing De Bruyne as a striker, I believe they have become more lethal, even though it's been 2 games. They're playing like they were Man City from 2017, 2018. They're playing like they want to score goals. And they did not have that in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and I think there's a tactical switch. If you watch the Chelsea game, Chelsea were unable to employ. I think the pressing that City employed singled out players that are, shall we say, brilliant in the Chelsea team. Because Pulisic, whenever he was hounded in a block. Like he was being chased down by almost 5 players when he had the ball. And in the middle of the park, there was no movement. So anytime the attack was brought down, it was a swift counter attack, and tell you the truth, Chelsea were lackluster, but the improvement in the intensity that City are playing with means that as much as I don't want them to be title contenders, but you
They
have to
can be.
but you have to say they're title contenders. At if Man U is a title contender with like one game in hand, they have 2 games in hand. If they won both, most probably they will be in contention
Yeah.
as far as the table stands. So Man City might pull what they pulled in the season that they beat Liverpool by 1 point. Yeah, they won every single fixture after beating Liverpool, which was around game week 19. So from game week 19 to game week 38,
They won
were
every
winning.
game.
They weren't drawing, they weren't losing, they were winning every single game. So City are dangerous. So we have surprise packages that are the surprise package that is Southampton. Yeah.
I said I fear Danny Ings. The man scored when he was not even looking at the post. That man, I believe if they can keep him fit, they can finish in the top 4. I don't think they can win the league, but I think they can finish in the top 4.
Top 4.
Yeah.
They can beat out all those teams that you have mentioned: Manchester United, Leicester, Tottenham, Man City.
They don't have to beat them. They only need the other teams to draw.
Yeah, and understand also Everton. Like from Tottenham,
From like seventh to the first team.
yeah, you should see like from fourth Tottenham to 7th Everton, they've got 29 points, and both are aiming for top 4, if not winning the league. So you're saying that Southampton can beat out those that are already in the top 4 and those people that are chasing them and be in the top 4.
They only require Leicester to sleep, like as you said, the Leicester bottle their games. They only require Leicester to bottle one game, and they are there.
And Everton to be beaten and Man City to lose.
But I don't know. There are only 4 spots to be won.
I think they might qualify for Europa, but they have got enough form to say that they can challenge or be a nuisance. So we can discuss those teams that are traditional top 6 but are not in the top 6. Chelsea, Arsenal, I think those 2.
Yeah, the people that spend what was it, 220 million.
Yeah, Chelsea, like they have the players they have. I believe the problem is the tactical know-how of Lampard, because he keeps on trying to play Werner either in the wing, in the middle, and he's not effective. He plays Tammy Abraham, he plays Giroud. They're effective, yet he's going to go back to the old thing that he wants Timo Werner to play, which is quite inexperienced.
I believe the problem with Chelsea is it's not that they don't have a talented squad, or that Lampard is not a good manager. I believe it's that he doesn't have that top level experience. Because I'm sure if an experienced manager like it's called Mourinho had this Chelsea squad, even though they are going through a rough patch, he could. I believe for top managers, they know how to grind out these rough patches that they face. Even Liverpool right now, you can see they are going through a rough patch, you can say, but they are still grinding out results. I believe these managers that were like thrown into the limelight, Arteta and Lampard in this case, they don't have. I believe there's a certain level of experience you require the top level to be able to guide your team through this. Even though you have talent, sometimes talent is not enough. As a manager, you require something else that only experience can bring for you to get your team to the next level, even though they're not doing well.
Yeah. So I believe he's good, but I believe he's naive. Naive in the sense that the way Arteta is naive. Arsenal wins a couple of games, Aubameyang is back on the wing. Yeah. Lacazette scores a couple of goals back in the team. Yeah. They are playing well, but why not Martinelli play? Martinelli, who brought a change in the team. Yeah. Why revert to old policies that are not helpful
That's why I'm saying experience.
Yeah. So why change? Because in that game, Pulisic was awful. He wasn't taken off. Yeah, Giroud wasn't brought in. Tammy Abraham wasn't brought in. And when he brought in somebody, it was in the dying stages of the match. Hudson Odoi, he's the one that made the difference. And so I don't know the problem with Chelsea. And if he continues, Chelsea have got a habit
Of
of firing
firing their managers.
such. Also, which other team had this? Watford, but they went down. Yeah, because nobody has got the time to wait for you to be good in a team that has been assembled with a lot of money. So you're either good, improving, but not going in a run of form. Especially the fact that you're not Arsenal that has got deadweight and money issues. Yeah, so,
But 200 million, a lot of money.
yeah, so if he plays around, he might be fired and Allegri comes in for him. Proven winner, at least in Syria. Yeah, so he can manage it and bring out a result. So not Tottenham. We can move to Arsenal. Yeah, after a spell of like I think it's
Seven games.
without a win. Yeah, something has changed. Well, one thing has changed. Yeah, Smith Rowe, Martinelli started playing, and Arsenal became effective. Smith Rowe creating creativity, Martinelli bringing intensity, and Saka playing the way he has been playing with support. Well, and Lacazette, to some extent, build up play, orchestrating it. So, do you believe there is an upsurge, or Arsenal will meet Newcastle in the FA Cup and be shown dust?
I believe it's an illusion. Because when the transfer window was nearing opening, Arsenal started having some upturn in form. And I believe their board, their management will waste them during this time. I believe somewhere after the transfer window closes, Arsenal will go back to the same problems if they don't change anything right now, because it's been like 5 days, not even 5 days, 7 days since the transfer window opened, and we have not yet seen any activity from Arsenal. That is not saying that they're not doing anything. Maybe they're doing something behind the scenes that we don't know. But the worst thing Arsenal can do right now is be complacent. The only person they have shipped out is Kolasinac.
Yeah, Kolasinac, and Saliba has gone on loan to Nice. Yeah, I don't know.
I believe those 3 games they won is like could potentially be the worst thing that has happened to Arsenal. Because they have money issues. Maybe the management will start thinking, see, we have started winning. The bad form has finished. We don't need to do stuff.
And the problem with Arsenal was, I think the main problem, at least that makes Arsenal not effective, is where Emile Smith Rowe plays. Yeah, because Martinelli can play wide, Saka can play wide, but creativity or the person that can link both attack and defense, we did not have. So the problem now that arises is that if Ozil is not brought back, not because he's the best thing to change Arsenal, but as a backup for Emile Smith Rowe, or would get somebody that can play.
But you're linked with Hazard, the small Hazard.
No, we don't. I don't like rejects from Real Madrid. I rather we continue fighting the way we are. Right?
See, he's in the first team of Borussia Dortmund. Hazard.
Or Togan.
Yeah.
I haven't had Togan. I had Brandt.
Oh yeah, also Brandt.
Yeah. So I'm not sure, but at least we get a person that can play creatively, that can back up Smith Rowe, because he's young, injury prone, and with the many games that are coming with the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Europa when it comes back in Feb. If the pressure becomes too much and he gets injured, then Willian will be the person that starts playing for Arsenal, who is not effective, who is not a great player, and has never been a great player. So I believe there will be an upturn, but I believe the best we can reach is mid-table. We cannot breach the top 4. The best we can do is maybe reach even Europa, but top 4, if we breach it, it will be more interesting than anticipated. Yeah. So far predictions. Do you stand by your predictions of top 4?
Yes. I said Man U, Man City,
Yeah.
Liverpool, Tottenham.
Yeah. So I think that's the same as mine. I believe that in that order, but I believe the order will be Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham, and then Man United. Because Man United with their striker that is Anthony Martial, they will see dust. So game week, in the weekend we don't have the EPL, but we have the FA Cup. So let's can we give our predictions on let's say interesting games? Aston Villa, Liverpool. Your prediction?
Interesting match. I can't say. I want Aston Villa to win.
Will there be a repeat of 7 or whatever?
I don't think it will get to 7, but I believe they can win. They have
Potential.
not the potential, the psych. They beat Liverpool 1-7-1.
Yeah, 7-2.
Plus Liverpool right now, their centre backs, they are kind of experimenting back there. Hopefully they might get a centre back during this transfer window. But if they don't, plus Liverpool don't have the best record in these domestic cup games.
Yeah, so you can also say in the game week 18, Liverpool is not playing. So another interesting game. For me, I believe Liverpool will beat Aston Villa, for the sake of revenge. So we can move Arsenal, Newcastle. What do you believe the outcome will be?
It's hard for me to say, but Newcastle. I hate Arsenal, but right now we can't. Even though they have been winning, they have won 3 games in a row. But right now you can't even definitively say that Arsenal will go into that game and win it. But also Newcastle have been performing really poorly.
But they held the champions.
2 teams that are performing poorly are meeting each other. We shall see.
Yeah, I think Arsenal will win this game just because of the upsurge in form, and at least we have a playing style. Unless the manager decides to alter and play some team that we don't.
Maybe we'll start
sure
the second team.
Yeah, but if they go with the team that has been playing, I believe on Saturday Arsenal will win this game. Maybe 2-1 at best. Man United, Watford.
Me, I'm usually like, in these cup games, what happens to Man United? Why do we get the tough teams back? Like, in the Carabao Cup, for like, I don't know, 3 seasons, you are meeting Man City. What is that?
See, you're a big team. You should
why?
be able to beat Man City.
Me, I think these things are rigged, boy. As we have teams like, I know, all have Athletic. Why would we beat that team? Why did Man United get what is that team in the Carabao Cup? The one that was beaten by Tottenham. Why did we get that? Why? As in, we are supposed to get the easy games.
But Arsenal gets tough games all the same. Nobody complains. Even Man City, that was a tough game.
Man United is a very unique team. Man United against a top side, you are in favor Man United. Man United against so-called a team like in the bottom 10 or in the championship. Man United can be beaten.
So it has got Arsenal tendencies, yeah. So I think as the table is calibrated in game week 18, we are going to have, which starts on Tuesday. Funnily enough, we're going to have a blank game week. Only 12 teams will play. So of the top 4 or traditional top 6 that will play, we have Burnley, Man City. Will Burnley bring an upset to Man City?
No. Burnley's playing. Oh no. Burnley's playing Man United first of all.
Okay, Burnley, Man United.
I can't say, but no, I can say. What is it? Burnley are not playing well. I'm going with Man United. Strong. Plus it's away.
Or if it's Man United, I will go also for me Man United.
It is away. As long as it's away, Man United.
Yeah, but Burnley are proving that they've got the excitement, the gusto to bring the game. So if you play like you played against Manchester City, you shall see fire.
No, it is away.
So we have Manchester City, who? Brighton.
Manchester City, Brighton.
Yeah.
I'm going Manchester City.
That's even me.
They are playing De Bruyne in attack, and then Gundogan in the midfield doing things.
But Brighton doesn't have even their destroyer Besuma. I think either he was injured or he got a red carded.
But Brighton have that underdog mentality. That one for coming and winning games. They are not winning per se, but they are scoring goals. The last game ended 3-3, and they were coming back.
Yeah, but they are playing Man City with the best, or at least an amazing pairing of John Stones and Diaz. And apparently, for players that have played more than 5 games in the Premier League,
they have the best.
Yeah, Stones has got the best passing rate of 93.6% accuracy. Yeah, which is a lot, seeing that there are people that have played more than those 5 games and haven't reached that passing
I think
rate.
they will lose by like 3 goals plus. Brighton.
Yeah, but I don't believe Brighton can beat City. It will be astonishing more than it will be expected. We have Aston Villa, Tottenham.
Hey, tricky game. Tricky.
Yeah, it could go either way.
It could go either way. Plus, I think Ross Barkley is back now.
Yeah.
So, it could 50-50. I can't definitively say.
Yeah,
but I don't think it will end a draw.
Yeah. But I would want Tottenham to be beaten.
Yes.
But they've got form, and I see Son and Kane are still got it. I don't know what Everton did to stop them, and Leicester did to stop them. But they've got form, and if Aston Villa play around, they will be thumped. So I'll go maybe 1-2. 1-2 in that game. Grealish and Son and Kane to score. Arsenal, Crystal Palace.
I think it's a tricky scenario. Arsenal are still playing in the weekend.
Yeah.
I don't think they can win both games. They have to choose.
But they are playing on Saturday and then playing on Thursday.
Yeah, I think they still have to choose. It's either they play the second team on Saturday for majority of the game, or rotational players for majority of the game, and then they save the first team for this Crystal Palace game.
I think that is enough time to rest. I believe the first team will play both games.
But I think Crystal Palace have what it takes to bring the game to Arsenal.
That's true.
With this Benteke,
the whole team can bring the game. If Arsenal sleeps, especially in midfield where if Shaka plays or Ceballos, and they sleep, they have got destroyers. They have got Eze, McCarthy, Milojevic. Yeah, so they have got destroyers in midfield, and they have an attack that is linked by Wilfred Zaha. So if Arsenal sleeps, they will be beaten soundly. But I believe there is a fight in Arsenal unless they lose Newcastle and then their spirits plummet. But I'm going for 2-0 Arsenal win.
I'm going for Crystal Palace only because I hate Arsenal.
Yeah. Yeah, so that has been the end of the inaugural episode of the Kicking It Football podcast. Yeah, thank you for those that have been listening to us, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share.
Yes, thank you.